Boy, the Raptors head coach really went off. Good for him. After that, I'm still jogging, and the next video starts playing in my headphones, and it's Stephen A. Smith talking about the same topic, except Stephen A. Smith basically defends the refs. I mean, he didn't. He was like, sure, there's some discrepancy, but if you think about it, not really. So, good old Stephen A. Now, listen, if this is nearly as bad as I think it is, because I haven't had a chance to watch the game yet, if it's as bad as I think, and these professionals are on TV the next day with the advantage of hindsight, with the advantage of the opportunity to review the games, and will still sit there and be like, no, it was fine. What can I say? I don't think any of us are surprised, and that's what's sad about it. And that's why, I'm trying to work on other things. I really don't want to break this game down. I really don't. I'm sorry. I really don't. I got to work on other shit. But there's so much you can take away just by listening to the analysts afterwards. And okay, Mad Dog says, I hope they don't fine the coach for that, because I'm glad he stood up for his team. And then they said, well, of course he's going to be fined. It's protocol. That's interesting, because LeBron James has been disrespectful to the refs in crazy ways. Show me LeBron's fines. You got him complaining at the beginning of the year with the Heat game, which I still haven't finished breaking down. I know you guys were waiting on that. Just the foul segment of it alone, which it turns out it should have been the Heat complaining, not the Lakers. But hey, was LeBron fined for that? And what was the I need to learn how to flop? I mean, that's clearly calling out the refs. The whole replay thing, I mean, he went off on the replay thing. And then he went off on the replay thing again, talking about another player on another team. Where are LeBron's fines if this is protocol? We're not even talking about whether the player is right or the coach is right or whether they have a good point. Is it protocol or is it not? Not for LeBron. Also, before even watching the game, I know this. I know that the foul calls are going to be ticky-tack. It doesn't even matter which player we're talking about. That's the way that the league is now. They make some absurd calls, legislating defense out of the game. I know the ones that sent LeBron to the foul line are going to be ridiculous. Half of ADs are going to be ridiculous. Here's the one that's really going to stand out. I know Austin Reeves was flopping all over the fucking place. I don't know how that dude earned superstar treatment already, other than being on the Lakers. Oh my God, and LeBron's smug comment, they fouled and we didn't. God, that guy needs the shit beat out of him. He really does. There it is, 23 in the fourth period. I'm looking at the fourth period only right now. Wow. 23-2. I will say this, the centers for the Raptors weren't even playing. Jacob Poltel, whatever the fuck his name is, and Koloko, and I guess Porter is sort of a center. He played 10 minutes for them, but this is a guy who gets 3 points per game and is 6'10". So Thaddeus Young, they have listed as playing the center position that night. Thaddeus Young is fucking 6'8". My point is, the Lakers should have had their way inside. They definitely should have. Which makes this worth looking at. But my real point is, yet again, it's not LeBron James who is the deciding factor in how the Lakers go, win or loss. It's Anthony Davis. Who Anthony Davis has to match up against on the other team is going to tell you whether or not the Lakers have a good chance of winning. I mean, do you even think about who LeBron is going to match up against from game to game? No matter who's on the other team, he doesn't really match up against anybody. He goes and does his sit on the block thing. Floating around, help defense without the help. Continuing with the idea of what you can learn before you even watch the game, I'm reading the play-by-play looking for the fouls, and I'm seeing that Anthony Davis is getting a lot of shot attempts early in the game. So what changed in the fourth? You can't say that the Lakers changed their strategy to attack the paint in the fourth if Anthony Davis is getting these shot attempts. Immediately, I want to say, well, then maybe the officiating changed. I don't know that for a fact. I mean, it's the Lakers. Sadly, the odds are that it's true, that the officials decided the outcome of the game. I mean, that's how bad things are. If you had to put your money on it, and before even watching the game, bet whether or not the foul calls are going to look shady or not. When it comes to the Lakers, you know where to put your money. Something else the Raptors coach said that stood out to me was that Scotty Barnes is trying to play the right way. He's trying to score and not flop to get the calls. And it makes me think how things have shifted, because the NBA, no matter how much they want to claim that they're cracking down on this stuff, they created this monster by rewarding players for flopping. Or sometimes they start calling it selling the call now. Now we got this blurry line between selling a call and a full-blown flop, and they're essentially the same thing. I tell you one thing, if you fall down, the refs have a hard time not blowing that whistle. But how long is a player that wants to play the right way, actually desires to play the right way, going to keep playing the right way before saying, fuck it, I'm going to flop too? If you're going to reward people for flopping, then I'm not going to play basketball properly either. I'm going to act like all these other nannies out here. All right, just wanted you guys to have that to think about while I get to breaking this game down.